With a digital menu system, we saw the benefits because although the initial cost was about 20-25% for a setup, the actual long-term cost of it was very beneficial for us. Being able to do a digital on-the-fly menu compared to a static menu print actually ended up being long-term for us much more beneficial. Having a digital menu system allowed us to make changes on the fly as we saw fit versus what it would have been if it was static menu board. The ongoing cost, although initially 25 to 20% more at the initial startup, actually was beneficial for us. Having a digital menu actually was beneficial for us because as we needed to make changes, the changes were done on the fly instantaneously, and there was no, when we first opened the shop, we had a lot of changes that we were making, and what the benefits of having a digital menu system was being able to make those changes on the fly. Whereas if we did a static menu board, we would have had a lot of changes, we would have a lot of printing costs involved, and it would have made a lot of difference in terms of the lead time to actually have the product changed over on the menu system. When we first opened the shop, we had a lot of tweaking that we had to do with the menus. So having a digital menu system allowed us to make those changes almost instantaneously. Whereas if we actually had to do a print media system, we would have to get it printed. A lot of costs involved with the printing, and the lead time for that would have made a lot of difference for us as well. It would not have been such a quick process and a simple process for us. The great thing about having a digital menu system is that we can make changes as we see fit. Festivals, events that happen all around us gives us the ability to make a change as those things happen. Having a print media system would never have given us that ability. The lead time leading up into it would have been negligible. That's change. The great thing about having a digital menu system is that we can make our changes as we see fit. Whereas if we had a static menu, we would not be able to keep in touch with all the festivals and events and specials that we want to give to our customers. Things also which were beneficial for us was that if we had stock availability of a say particular product, we would actually push that product using a menu system which could be done on the fly, versus if we decided we wanted to run a special with a static menu, we required maybe 2 or 3 weeks lead time before we could even run with that. One of the greatest benefits of having a digital menu system is that we will actually be able to make changes on the fly, as we previously talked about. The great thing about this is that when we have specials, if they weren't working out for us, or if they were working too well for us, which in a real life situation for us we did actually have, we had at the start a 2-for-1 special for our pizza slices, and we got so busy that it ended up being too much. We couldn't handle it. We didn't have the stock, we had to shut down early. So this way we'd actually be able to make a change overnight, and the next day we were able to take the 2-for-1 special off, and that way it made it better for us as a business without having to lose the money on those profits that we would have made. I'll do it again. When we started a new store in the city, we were looking at, we did a bit of research, and we looked at digital menu systems versus a static menu board, and we decided to go with a digital menu system. When we started a new store, we noticed a lot of our competitors were doing digital menu systems. We did a bit of research and we decided that's where we want to go as well. When the new store opened, after a bit of research, we realized that there was only about 20 to 25% difference in initial setup costs of having a digital menu system versus a static. So to us, it was a no-brainer. We decided to go with a digital menu system. Although the initial setup cost of the digital menu system was 20 to 25% more, the actual benefits of having a digital menu system over a print media system, which would have been a static menu board, was actually much better for us. When we first opened up Venue, we had a lot of tweaking that we had to do with the menu boards, and having a digital menu system allowed us to do that on the fly and for no cost at all. Versus if we had a static menu board system, it would have actually had a lot more involved in terms of actual design, print media, and actually getting the lead time to have the print media to us so we can install it. A digital menu board system made it very quick and efficient for us, as well as not having any further ongoing costs once the initial 20-25% of the setup was paid. After we chose to go with the digital menu system, we were looking around for the software, and we decided to go with the Posture menu system because of its ease of use and the actual fact that it was very simple to actually set up. The simplicity of the system works so well and integrates so well with what we wanted for a digital menu system that having that and all its components added in was really beneficial for us compared to a lot of other software which we saw on the market. Oh, sorry. That's right. Yeah. Postrum had the benefits of being able to do a very simple menu change system, and the actual file artwork and the actual setup was so simple for us that anyone in the store could actually do it. It didn't have to take a technician to come in and actually set the system up for us. We also found that being Postrum, we were able to schedule our menu systems according to how we set days, hours. Actually made it great for us, because having Postrum actually allowed us to schedule everything as we needed, and the ease of use of the system actually made it simple for us to set and tweak the system as we saw fit. So when we chose our software, we found that Postrum allowed us to do all of that, and it made it very simple for everyone to actually make adjustments to the system on the fly. The reason we went with Postrum was because of the ease of use of the system. We didn't want to spend time playing around and mucking around with the actual technical side of the system. Whereas with Postrum, it was very simple for us to set a system up, have the menus displayed, and have it going, which meant more time for us to do whatever else we needed to do with the business. The setup of Postrum was actually very intuitive. We found that we didn't have to go through the manual. It was a very simple process to get from the software to actually getting the image onto the menu board. Okay, let me go again. Postrum allowed us to do an update and to change our menu boards very simply. Over a few simple steps, we managed to get all our menus onto the actual system. When we want to make changes to our menu, Postrum allows us to easily make those in a few simple steps. All we do is we upload our photo and save it, and it's done. When we want to update our menus, it's a very simple process. All we have to do, when we want to update our menu, Postrum allows us to do that in a few short steps. We have our image, we upload it, and we save it, and it's done. One of the reasons we decided to go with digital menus was because we like to be able to schedule our menus for a day trade and a night trade. So having Postrum allowed us to be able to schedule our menus for the daytime and the menus for our nighttime, especially on the weekends as well, where we're able to do a weekday special versus a weekend special. Having Postrum scheduling, having Postrum allows us to schedule that. The reason we went with the digital menu system is because we wanted to be able to schedule our menus according to a breakfast, a lunch, and a dinner. So having Postrum allowed us to be able to have a daytime menu, an afternoon menu, which was a lunchtime menu, and a dinner time menu. That's it. The reason we went with the digital menu system was because we wanted to be able to schedule our menus for a breakfast, a lunch, and a dinner. And Postrum scheduling actually allowed us to do that. The reason we went with the digital menu system was because we wanted to be able to have our breakfast, lunch, and our dinner time specials. One of the reasons why we went for a digital menu system was because we wanted to show a different menu morning, noon, and night. For example, having a breakfast menu, we were able to push our breakfast menu, a lunchtime menu, and a dinner menu. The Postrum system allowed us to do that. One of the reasons why we went with the digital menu system is because we wanted to have a different menu for morning, noon, and night. For example, a breakfast menu, a lunchtime, and a dinner time menu. The Postrum scheduling system actually did it for us and allowed us to do that with ease.